Hello, and welcome to AIM International's preparatory tutorials for the Information Certification Exam. I'm Steve Weissman, Principal Consultant at Holly Group and a certified AIM training instructor in the realm of content, process, and information management. I'll be your guide as we review the exam's major domains of expertise, and I'll tell you all you need to know to earn that passing grade. Today's subject is social media, a key part of this special certification which AIM created to support you as you solve your organization's existing information-related problems and plan for its future. For 60 years, AIM has been the leading nonprofit association helping users understand how to best manage documents, content, records, and business processes. This module is part of the Collaborate and Deliver Knowledge domain, one of 6 within the certification program. In it, we'll review the need for social content governance and retention policies, and we'll examine these primary tools: social content policies, social content governance framework, social content retention, and finding the record within. A 2011 Cerulli Associates survey found regulatory record keeping to be the biggest challenge asset managers face when dealing with social media use. And practical experience tells us that the same dynamic is bedeviling executives at a wide range of other kinds of organizations as well. The challenge, of course, is that social media is appealing precisely because it's so unregulated. Anyone, after all, can write a tweet or click a like button. But compliance officers and legal counsel sometimes might prefer that the subject go unremarked upon. AIM President John Mancini put it well when he blogged, "Social media creates a vast new pool of informal and ad hoc content, available in forms and on devices that were unimaginable only a few years ago." This content is certainly not usually a record in the traditional sense, but all this social information and content is something that needs management and governance. Good governance starts with good policies, and best practice says having a policy governing usage is the first line of defense should things get litigious, followed oh so closely by applying and enforcing it consistently. Any good policy will describe what's permissible and what's not regarding such issues as privacy, acceptable use, and confidentiality. And if there are regulations to be heeded in your business, they'll be reflected in there as well. As in, thou shalt not post inside information on thy Facebook wall. Other smart guidelines include these. 1. Social content is just another form of content. Period. 2. Your social content policy should apply to most or all social media tools and to other content and communication-related technologies as well. 3. Don't write a Facebook policy, a Twitter policy, and so forth. Technology changes fast, so develop something comprehensive enough to cover new technologies as they appear. Applying and enforcing your policies requires a formal governance framework to be most effective. Besides the policy and procedures outlined in the previous slide, your framework also should include a team of representatives from senior management and the organization itself. It's especially important that higher-level executives be actively engaged so they can determine overall strategic goals and support the need for social media initiatives, policy guidance, technology solutions, and organizational transformation as needed. At the same time, organizational participants can and should be drawn from different functional, geographic, or other groups that manage information. And there should be new creatures present, known as social media strategists, community managers, and moderators, who are charged with maintaining the quality of and control over the information being posted. And so now we return to where we started, with the need to keep records, a requirement that obviously first requires knowing exactly what a record is, and thus what must be retained in the world of social content. This likely will vary not just by content, but also by the nature of the tool. For example, an individual social network status update or tweet may not rise to the level of a record, but a protracted discussion on a particular topic over a given period on somebody's wall or via Twitter might qualify. A big part of the challenge here is that many of these tools don't really have traditional metadata. For instance, Twitter does have sender, mentions, a unique Twitter ID, an in response to Twitter ID if it uses the Twitter reply capability, a retweet ID if it was retweeted, date and time sent, the client software used to send the update if known, It may be a hashtag, which may or may not represent the tweet's subject. But there's no subject line or topic, no mechanism for filing it, and no real keywords, except maybe the hashtag. So as noted before, you've got to have a records policy that's broad enough to encompass all of these tools and what they do provide in the way of management hooks. This may be somewhat more straightforward if you're managing a system running behind your firewall, and in all cases it's critical to stress the content and context of information rather than its format. This module has reviewed the need for social content governance and retention policies, and has examined these primary tools: social content policies, social content governance framework, social content retention, and finding the record within. With it now under your belt, you may wish to tour the module on leveraging and integrating social technologies with your own site and with each other in so-called mashups. The material you have just reviewed is part of a broader program of study that prepares you to take the Information Certification exam. This proctored test consists of 100 multiple-choice questions and is delivered electronically by Prometric. You'll have 2 hours to complete it, and upon passing, you'll earn a professional certification that's valid for 3 years. For more information, please visit www.aim.org/certification. Thank you.